Etsy might look like the best place to sell digital products, but what if I told you it's likely holding you back from consistent, scalable, passive income? In this video, I'm gonna break down exactly why digital product sellers struggle to sell on Etsy and reveal the digital product sales strategy that's been working for me since 2014 and what's helped me generate $7,943 weekly from my digital products without relying on Etsy, Amazon, or ads. You've probably never heard it explained this way, so let's dive in. This video is sponsored by Dot Store, but more on them later. All right, first let's talk about why Etsy is not the answer. Now, of course, there is always nuance to things, and I'm sure there are some people out there that love Etsy and have great results with it. But for me and my students and who I've talked to, I have heard a lot of stories about accounts getting shut down, the expensive listing fees, the expensive percentage of each sale that you have to give to Etsy. Not to mention these storefronts like Etsy and Amazon are so oversaturated now, and these platforms make most of their money off of ads being run on the platform. So they purposely want to try to make things harder for you so that you will pay for ads to stand out. And between the fees and the sales percentage and the ads, it leaves very little profit margin for you. But even if you're one of those Etsy sellers that has had great success with high profit margins, here's another reason why you might want to consider getting off of Etsy. I'm going to break down my full strategy of how I've been consistently and profitably selling digital products since 2014. And one of the biggest reasons that we'll deep dive into later is because I have my own audience and my own email list, and I own my email list. So with Etsy, if I'm selling on Etsy and I get shut down, then what, right? But for me, if I'm growing my own audience and my own email list, if anything gets shut down, I still have my email list and I can always post again with a new channel or on a new platform. There are always ways to drive traffic. But with Etsy, it's like you're trying to build a business and sell your digital products on rented land, and that can become a bit stressful and also not a great strategy if you want to build a real business where you own the assets and you're in control. And once you understand that piece, that you need to own your business instead of borrowing space from a marketplace that could disappear overnight, the next question becomes, where do you build your home base? Where do you send your audience when they're ready to buy? If you want people to trust you, if you want your digital products to look legit, you need a clear, professional place that instantly tells people, this is where I go to buy. And that's where using a .store domain comes in. Here's why I love .store. A .store domain will actually help you sell more. An industry study found that .store domains get 87% more traffic and rank twice as high on Google, simply because when people see store, they immediately know that they're shopping. No confusion, no crazy long URL links that don't make any sense, and no extra clicks. That's why creators like MrBeast, Rihanna, and over 1.5 million other sellers use .store. Simply put, it makes your business look real and professional right from the start. And because this video is sponsored by .store, they're giving you an awesome deal right now. You can grab your very own .store domain for just 99 cents using my link in the description below this video along with coupon code MOLLY. And this pricing is not available on GoDaddy or Namecheap. It's only through my link in the description below this video. Plus, when you register your .store domain, you're gonna unlock free access to Elevate.store Plus, which includes tools like Canva, Shopify, and AutoDS to help you grow even faster. So go grab your domain for 99 cents with code MOLLY. The link is in the description below this video. And if you wanna work alongside me to workshop your profitable digital product idea, grow a following of people who actually want to buy it, launch to make your first sales, and of course, automate your sales for consistent passive income, then go ahead and register for my totally free on-demand workshop. It's the first link in the description below this video. All right, now let's talk about what you should do instead of relying on platforms like Etsy or Amazon. What you're gonna wanna do is grow your own following. This is going to be the foundation for your own successful business. And of course, I hope you sell digital products, but keep in mind, you can sell anything with this method. So when I first started in 2014, I did the same thing where I built a following, I grew an email list, I made a checkout page, and I made sales. Okay. Business might not be easy, but it certainly can be simple. However, there definitely are some things that are different today than when I first got started. So when I first got started, I grew my audience through blogging and Pinterest. Those things, in my opinion, are very outdated and just don't work how they used to. Now, obviously, they don't just not work, right? Like you might get some leads, some sales, but the volume of leads and sales from blogging and Pinterest is nothing compared to the volume of leads and sales that I'm getting from YouTube. So back in the day, blogging and Pinterest, okay? Today, same thing, just generating traffic, but with YouTube. So same thing, but the traffic sources might change over time, right? Then what I did back in the day is I kept posting consistently. I made a couple freebies, which if you're not familiar with what a freebie is, it's a digital product, but it's usually like a one-page script or a tool or something little that can get them a quick win. They're going to put in their name and email address to download the freebie, and in turn, they're going to get on your email list. So back in the day, inside of all my blog posts, I had embedded opt-ins for my freebies. Now I do the same thing with YouTube, except for I just put the links to my freebies in the description of the video. So I just really want to show you how these foundational marketing principles work year after year. And things might shift, a decade at a time from blogging and Pinterest, which probably worked for like well over 20 years, to now YouTube. And 20 years from now, there will probably be a different traffic source that works the best, right? But everything else is still the same. It's still drive traffic, convert that traffic to your email list, and then convert your email list to your checkout page to become buyers. So exactly how I do it now is I put out videos every single week on YouTube. I mention my freebies, just like I did earlier in this video with my free workshop. I tell people to go to the links in the description below. They click the link, they opt into the freebie, they get on my email list, and then I have an automated series of emails that moves people from my email list to my checkout page, where some of those people will purchase my digital product. So really it's similar to Etsy and Amazon, except for instead of posting on a storefront, you are posting to your own audience that you own. And I haven't even talked about the other perks of having your own audience, right? So obviously it's great for selling digital products, but you can also do whatever you want. You could publish a book someday. You can get paid from AdSense. You can get paid from brand deals. You can get paid by other people wanting to advertise to your email list. Like putting the time and effort into growing your own following is going to pay you off so well for years and years to come. I mean, look at all the main celebrities. Look at, Kylie Jenner is now a billionaire. She would have never gotten there without her social media audience. And I'm not saying anyone should be billionaires, and I'm not saying you and I want to be billionaires either. But my point is there is so much value in you building your own audience that it will be so much more worth the time than just trying to price compete down to zero, pay for ads, do all these things to stand out on these platforms, when you can grow your own following, sell your own digital products way more easily, and also have a ton of other income stream opportunities coming to you because you took the time to grow your own following. I also want to say that there is no magic following number, like, well, once I hit 1,000 subscribers, then I can make money. Once I hit 100,000 subscribers, then I can make money. No, the cool thing about growing your own following is you can make sales as you grow your following. Like when I started on YouTube, I started posting videos and I started making sales. You don't need to wait. And the cool thing is that your sales will grow as your volume of views and audience grows as well. And again, if you want to workshop with me on how to do all of this step by step, go ahead and snag your seat for my totally free on-demand workshop. It's the first link in the description below this video. All right, so if you want to get started selling digital products, here are the steps that I want you to do in order. Number 1, choose your niche. Number 2, post a video on YouTube. Number 3, create a freebie and then start linking that in the description of all of your videos and mentioning that freebie 2 to 3 times in all of your videos, just like I've done in this video. And you're going to want to set your freebie up so that when people opt in, they get on your email list. For that, I use a software called System, and you can get a totally free account. It's not even a free trial. It's a free account at the link in the description below my video. Then what you want to do is once you hit 200 to 300 email subscribers, you want to send them a survey to try and figure out what their number one most painful problem is. So that way you can create a digital product that solves that problem for them, because that is what's going to make it sell. Then you're going to want to write a series of emails, usually 3 to 5 emails. You'll schedule 1 per day that will go out to your email list that has calls to action to your checkout page to move your email subscribers to your checkout page to have a percentage of them become buyers. Now, I know that's a lot of steps. Okay. So if you're just getting started, just focus on your niche, posting your first video, and making your first freebie. And by the way, I teach everything step by step on how to grow your channel, whether you're at 0 or you have 50,000 plus subscribers. I teach you everything step by step, along with my tools, scripts, templates, even how we hire editors, like literally everything to grow your channel. Then I also teach you how to choose your profitable digital product, how to create it. We teach you how to create it no matter if you've chosen to go with an ebook, a workshop, a course, or a membership. We teach all of it inside of my membership. I also have a module step by step with sales scripts and everything on how to actually launch your digital product for your first sales. And then of course, I have a whole module on how to automate your sales for consistent passive income. This is all in my membership Freedom Creator Club. You can join monthly or yearly for a discounted price. The link is in the description below this video. Okay, so now that you know why not to sell on Etsy, where to sell instead, how to get started making your first sales, let's talk about how I scaled this up to over $9 million in sales. Yes, that's revenue over the years since 2014, since I've been in business. Now, scaling sounds like such a big, scary word, and it seems like something that's so hard to do, but I'm here to tell you, getting your first sale or your first $100,000 in sales is actually way harder than getting from 100,000 to $1 million in sales. Let me explain why. Because the hardest thing you're going to have to do is figure out product market fit. You're going to have to figure out, okay, this is the audience I have. What do they want to buy? A lot of people go wrong where they have an audience, but instead of listening to what that audience wants, they're like, but I feel like making this product. And then they're surprised when that audience doesn't want to buy that product. And that is called a product market mismatch. Okay. You need product market fit. This is going to be the hardest thing you do in business. But once you nail this and you get your first sale, your second sale, your third sale, those are the most important sales, because now you know that your digital product will actually sell. And once you know it will sell, then you can scale it up. So how I went from my first sale to over $9 million in sales is I got a digital product working, and then I just dialed things up. Okay. So let's say you have a YouTube channel and you're selling a workshop and it sells. You've made your first 10 sales, right? Well, how do you scale that up? How do you get more sales? There's a few different levers to do this. Number one is more traffic. Okay. So more people coming to your YouTube channel mean more people downloading your freebie, mean more people getting on your email list, which mean more people going to your checkout page, which means there's a higher volume of people buying. Okay. That's one thing you can do. The other thing you can do is you can try to improve the conversion rate on your checkout page. So maybe you add more testimonials, different things. Maybe your conversion rate now goes from 1% of people who land on the page to purchase, maybe now 5% of people who land on your checkout page purchase, right? So you can get more sales that way. Another thing you can do is consider raising your price. Therefore, you don't need more sales, but you're going to make more money per sale. Another thing you can do is add an order bump or an upsell. So when people go to buy your digital product, there's an order bump where it can say, click here to add on this thing, and it costs additional money. Once they hit purchase, they go to an upsell page. Hey, do you want to add this with one click to your order, right? So these are all different levers you can pull, and it becomes so much easier, and in my opinion, so much more fun. So really what you want to be doing is sprinting to posting your first video, sprinting to getting your first freebie, sprinting to getting your first 200 email subscribers so you can survey them, make your first sales, figure out your product market fit, and from there, you can scale it up. I think when it all comes down to it, people think that selling on Etsy and Amazon sounds really sexy, because then they're like,
well, then I don't have to grow a following. I can just post this digital product and it'll make sales, right?
And I've talked to a lot of Etsy sellers, and it's not that easy. It's not as easy as just post it on Etsy and make sales. Okay. So I want to first debunk that and say that, anything is hard, right? If getting to a 6-figure or a 7-figure business was easy, everyone would be there. It's not easy. It's hard, right? The other thing is, and I learned this the hard way, and I really cannot stress this enough, you are going to have way more chances at succeeding if you go the extra mile. Here's what I mean. If everyone is selling on Etsy, everyone is selling on Amazon, it's going to be really hard to stand out, right? But if you go ahead and grow your own following and people follow you because they like you could be teaching the exact same stuff as everyone else, but because you are uniquely you in X way, Y way, Z way, right? That is why people are going to follow you. And it's going to be so much easier to make sales when they know, like, and trust you by watching your videos. And then they're going to have that know, like, and trust. It's going to be way easier for them to buy versus on Etsy. They don't know anything about you. You're just some random seller, right? And so they could buy, that budget template from like 1,000 other sellers. But if you have a YouTube channel about budgeting, people are going to buy from you because they like you. And that's such a great way to stand out. But here's the thing. Most people are going to go,
well, YouTube's hard. I don't want to do YouTube because it's hard.
I'm here to tell you, if you want to succeed, it is effing hard. It is effing hard. Okay. And you have to go that extra mile. One of the things I like about YouTube is that I know most people aren't going to do it. And so I'm able to stand out and have way less competition than if I was on like Instagram or Etsy or Amazon or TikTok, right? Because anyone can just pick up their phone and film a 30-second video and post it on TikTok, Reels, or Shorts, right? But in order to create a long form video, it definitely is more work. And I love that because the barrier to entry is higher, and therefore it gives me the opportunity to go that extra mile that most people aren't going to go, which will make it easier for me to stand out. So I'm here to say, stop trying to take the easy route. Stop trying to do AI and Faceless and Etsy and e-com and all these things that seem easy. If it seems easy, is it too good to be true? Yes, most likely, right? I want you to grow a real business with a real foundation. Is it going to be work? Yes. Again, if it wasn't, everyone would be a 6 or 7 figure business owner. But the reality is only 2% of women business owners ever build a 7-figure business. And I'm not sharing that stat with you to scare you or say you can't do it, because look, I've done it and I know lots of women who have done it. Okay. I'm here to share that with you because we need to change that stat. We need you in the game. We need you building a real business, doing real cool things, and really helping people, and not just putting out faceless AI crap on the internet. Okay. I want you to start posting all the smart shit you have in your head to your YouTube channel. There's so many people out there just waiting to learn and hear what you have to say. And the thing is that you can do this, but it's going to take the same amount of time to build something on Etsy or ecom or an AI slop faceless channel or whatever than it would be to build an audience. So I really hope you'll stop putting it off. I really hope you'll stop saying, well, it's hard. I don't want to do it. I don't have time. The truth is, if you really want it, you will make the time. Yes, it's hard, but it gets easier. Just like anything new, it's hard at first and it gets easier over time. You absolutely can do this. Digital products have such a massive opportunity, not only for you to make great money, great scalable, consistent revenue, but also be able to help thousands and thousands of people with your content as well. So now that you know why you should stop selling digital products on Etsy and how you should sell them instead, you might be wanting to learn the intricacies of why you should stop selling on Amazon and what you should do instead. But how do you do that? Well, it all starts with watching this next video here, because when you pair what you just learned with what's in this video, it's going to be way more powerful. See you in the next one.